All right, there we go.
Wow.
Hello. We did it. Breaking news as we go live. Tom Brady's coming out of retirement.
I just saw your tweet and I'm just like mindlessly liking things. And I'm like, oh no, I liked a football tweet.
Somebody on Twitter said Tom Brady is the new Main Street Electrical Parade. He just keeps coming out of retirement.
He just keeps strapping some new lights on him. Call it a day.
Oh, gosh. So, yeah, Tom Brady's back, coming back to Tampa. Oh, gosh. Anyways, hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's ThrillGeek This Week live stream. Just Emily and myself this week holding down the fort.
Yeah, we killed Barry.
As usual. We've killed him several times now.
It's just like Tom Brady. We keep trying to find ways.
We keep taking him out, but he keeps coming back. So yeah, just Emily and myself kind of holding things down this week for the stream. We're going to talk about a couple different things. Maybe keep the stream kind of short since it is just myself and Emily.
Yeah, we don't like each other very much. We can't talk for very long. It's not in our contracts.
Well, I mean, I saw her like all day yesterday, so, you know, I'm kind of over.
It was 2 days ago, but I'm so glad the impression was so lasting.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, we were out at, whoops.
I was going to say,
sorry, clicking things. We were out at EPCOT for Flower and Garden. But first, Emily went down to Busch Gardens on, what day was this? Remind me, Wednesday? Thursday?
I don't know my own schedule anymore. Come on.
Let's just say earlier this week. Earlier this week, Emily was at Busch Gardens. We actually sent Travis down to cover for ThrillGeek. You were actually there for your own YouTube channel. But I guess you can kind of talk about it here. You finally got to ride Iron Gwazi, and they kind of had this cool media event kind of VIP thing where
we weren't like really sure what was going on. It was kind of like vague, and we all just kind of walked in. There's a lady, and she was like, you want some champagne? And we're just like, oh, they're just gonna start us off early. This is great. And then we realized very quickly after everybody already drank their champagne that we were supposed to like toast when they were doing the Iron Gwazi celebration, but it's just like all these like vloggers and stuff with their empty cups, and it was very awkward. But
so they were supposed to do a toast during the grand opening little bit that they did.
Yeah, but we were all just like, we're gonna drink the alcohol now. But yeah, so they brought us in, and there was like just a central area with like a DJ and stuff. And basically they did like, because Iron Gwazi like officially opened on Friday.
Yeah.
So they did like a whole like little grand opening. There's like, I'm pretty sure it was the president of Busch Gardens was there, and then there was like conservationist guy, which was really cool.
Yeah.
And he spoke for a little bit, and then they did like not like fireworks, but like some pyro went off and like the sparkler thingies, and they said Iron Gwazi's open, and then
The
everybody
typical
tried
confetti
to
and little fireworks.
yeah, and then everybody tried to run each other over trying to get to the front entrance of it. So we were just like, oh well, I feel like everyone's gonna go to the food, so we ended up like in that line as well. So we're all just getting clumped into it. We tested my heart rate multiple times because
that's
like
the only reason I'm jealous I didn't get to go down to this. I was debating on it, but like I said, I sent Travis down to cover for ThrillGeek. And that's the only reason I was contemplating on going is night rides on
yeah,
Iron
that's the
Gwazi.
thing. It was like, okay, cool, you get to go on it, and I don't know if you're new here, but I don't like roller coasters. So for me to go on a brand new roller coaster that everybody says I'm going to die on at night where you can't see the track, it was a time.
Everything Barry and I said, like with you was like, thanks, this isn't helping.
Yeah, and I wasn't aware, like maybe I just missed something, but I wasn't aware that there was like a literal like click in seatbelt and then you pulled down the bar.
Oh yeah.
And like they all yelled at us for like pulling down the bar even after we did the seatbelt.
Yeah,
I was like, what's happening here?
I was when Barry and I were there for the media day, I was very curious as to how that was going to affect like the loading times with the trains. Like you can't sit down and pull down your lap bar right away like on most roller coasters. Like they actually tell you to like wait. And I was like,
and then like that's the other thing too. It's like because I'm already a scaredy cat when it comes to roller coasters. There is nowhere for you to hold on. They have like a little strap on the side. I don't know if that's a new thing since you guys went on, but there's like almost like one of those like race car like strap things you can hold on to. And that's it.
Yeah. See me, I don't remember anything because the whole ride I'm just like this, like
yeah,
hey,
no, and
Iron Gwazi, I'm yours.
I literally have like cat claws on like the side of the ride vehicle.
There's not a handle on the lap bar. Maybe I'm thinking of some other coaster
really
designer.
Can't hang on, so I'm just like shit. Like the whole time.
You literally got to reach down and hold onto the sides of the
Well, no,
I
like had to like wrap my hands around like the bottom because I was like, this is so weird and unnatural. And then of course it's at night, so I can't see anything. All we could really see was like going up the lift hill. And I sat next to James, my boyfriend, and I looked over just being like, like at least you're here and you're confident in this. And I've never seen him look like he was so ready to get off a roller coaster.
He looked pale and about ready to pass out.
No, because we didn't like you look at it and you don't realize it's that high. You just don't. It is really one of those freaking high.
Some coasters you can look at it and tell it doesn't matter about the size. Like there's some like 150-foot roller coasters that look massive.
Yeah.
And then there's some like Iron Gwazi, 250 feet tall that don't look that intimidating.
Until you're on it, and then you go, I made a mistake.
Yeah, exactly.
Because even Emmy went on like the next day, and she was like, yeah, no, I've never been on a roller coaster this intense. So like, please know that we're not like just trying to like push any like marketing or anything that like Busch Gardens is saying. It's a genuinely terrifying roller coaster. So like you do need to be brave to go on it. I will say that much.
It's really intense. It's like
I wish I could have like seen what the track looked like. It was pitch darkness and I just didn't know what was happening till we came back in to unload. So I'd like to go on it again, but maybe when it's daytime.
Well, the lighting package on it at night's really cool too. They have like
nice, but you cannot see that track.
Well, yeah, you're flying by. You're like, what's going on? Because it's like isn't it like purple and kind of like
green
lighting, kind of like the color scheme? Yeah. So you approve somewhat of Iron Gwazi, besides it being absolutely
I'd go on it again if I could like see what was happening, because especially like in those like I don't know what they're called. I'm not a roller coaster person, but like the barrel roll things.
Yeah.
Like at night, all you can see is like the planks of wood coming near your face.
Did you see the article? I guess Bush had to remove a couple
Yeah.
planks or something because somebody was like
it's close.
smacking their hand on it. I was like, I want to do this. Like somebody like
break my hand off.
Yeah, somebody apparently was like legitimately riding iron gwazi and smacked like a 2x4 or I don't know if it was metal or if it was wood that they removed.
It had to be wood because that looks like it's the closest thing to you.
Yeah, and I think that I think it was the Orlando Sentinel or somebody reported it, and they said planks, so wood, that makes sense, wood.
Yeah.
But yeah,
but
apparently
I got my button. I can prove that I went
first,
on it.
What did the button say? First to ride. I can't remember if we got those at the media event.
I'm really upset Travis isn't here because they were giving out like the ride pictures for free, and I like tied my hair back so it wouldn't get caught or like windy or anything, and like it literally all I look like is like going down.
And you didn't do the eyelashes, did you?
No, I knew for a fact that if I put on any type of fake lashes, like I had minimal makeup on because I was like, no matter what happens, like my eyes could stick together even if I wear mascara from this. Like I'm not pushing this.
Like I said that night to you on Facebook Messenger, it'll rip them off your face and put them back on for you. It's that crazy.
And those things are expensive if you're buying like the quality one, so I'm not doing that. But they just had like a little like food reception stuff for us after, and it was like if you know what Busch Gardens is like, there's like you go into like the festival area.
Yeah.
Where you go down and there's like Gwazi Field and everything like that. So like those booths where they had like a chocolate tart, like some the coaster type drinks. I want to say like an impossible slider, those sort of things, like shrimp tacos, anything like that was like available to us, and those were like the actual like food and wine items, which were really good. They had like a few other things like scattered about, just like chips and queso and like mashed potatoes, and those sort of things weren't available at Food and Wine, which they just gotta feed us, so they're just trying to figure out ways that they can get mass quantities out to people. But actual like Food and Wine stuff that we had was really, really good, and I hope that we can at least go out there again to experience like the things that weren't available to us during that event, because everything that we had was really good, but I know that they have like 10 times more on their menus out there.
Yeah, the Food and Wine festival at Busch Gardens is really good. The few times I've been down there to check it out, whether we were invited down there.
Honestly, any SeaWorld or Busch event where they do some type of food, they really knock it out.
Seven Seas Food Festival, which you also went to at SeaWorld.
Are we noticing a pattern where Emily goes to the food festival?
Food! Those are the best media events. I'm not going to lie. Those are legit the best media events, especially SeaWorld, because the alcohol floweth at a SeaWorld media event. I'm sorry.
Well, that's the thing. We when we went to the Seven Seas one, it was funny because I just think there was like a hiccup with like catering or something, because they like usually like for the media events, especially like for Seven Seas, you'll go in, they'll have like a few of the drinks available, but they'll have like some stations outside either showcasing the food or giving you samples of the food, and they didn't have like any food available when we first walked in. They just gave us like, hey, like, sorry about that, here's a sample lanyard, we have drinks available. And it was just like every vlogger had like 2 to 3 cups in their hand, and we're just like, we don't know what else to do.
The worst, in a good way.
And then we all went to the same booth. Like the second the park actually opened to us, we all just went to the first one because we were so hungry. So I feel like everybody got like coverage of like the first like booth you hit, and then like from there it was scattered, but it was just funny.
Yeah, I think the worst, and I mean this in a good way, SeaWorld Busch media event that I remember with the alcohol was absolutely insane was the first Hollow Scream at SeaWorld last year. Barry and I went there, and whoo!
Well, because remember too, with the little one that they invited us out for the Busch Gardens one, where we were kind of like in the convention thing. Yeah, they had like food available, but they were like, "Please come over here and get a Jello shot." And I was like, "You don't have to ask me twice." Yeah.
Yep. It floweth. So, all right. Yeah. We. I think that was it as far as stuff I wanted to talk about. As far as Busch Gardens, you rode Iron Gwazi. You survived. Luckily,
I'm still here. I might be a ghost. I might need to go down like BuzzFeed Unsolved or something. I don't know. I'm not sure.
So I think we can move on and quick chat about you and I. Like I said, we were at. Like I said, I'm gonna get all these food. There's all these food festivals
we were at
going
the garden
on right now.
and the flowers.
We were at the Flower and Garden Food and Wine Festival at EPCOT.
Food and wine. It was also a festival of arts and holidays at the same time.
Gosh, they all combine into one. But anyways, yeah. Myself and Emily went out to EPCOT. Disney invited us out to check out the Flower and Garden Festival, and it's a lot for me. So yeah, we went out there. Disney hosted us, and they gave us a gift card to get some grub and kind of hang out for the day. And then they had a little reception for us during the evening. Emily got her my
strawberry
cheesecake funnel cake.
The thing I would die for. And you know what upsets me is like for like this, like from starting today, I think until next Sunday, like the pass I have, I'm blocked out, and the only thing I can think of eating on this planet is the strawberry cheesecake funnel cake. And I've contemplated in this week learning how to make it at home just so I can have it.
Oh God, you're gonna go out and buy a deep fryer,
and then it's gonna go really bad. And then I'm gonna just go to EPCOT the first day available.
They literally put like a brick of like strawberry cheesecake. That's the thing
I love. Like,
is it frosting or is it like?
No. That's
ice cream. Yeah, it's ice cream.
So like me, because I'm just a Disney food person. When you go to like a Magic Kingdom or something like that, they're gonna give you like the plate is going to be the entire funnel cake.
Yeah.
But then you usually get like a powdered sugar, something like that on top. But that's it. That's what you're getting. So people I know like complain a lot when it comes to the Epcot funnel cakes because they are smaller and they do give it to you on a smaller plate. However, like this one, they give you the funnel cake. They put the powdered sugar on top. They put a chunk, like a big chunk of strawberry ice cream, like a strawberry drizzle, whipped cream, and then the little things that are kind of like in that center are deep fried like cheesecake bites. And I'm like, listen, you can give me the smaller plate. You can give me the smaller funnel cake if that means I'm getting extra crap on top. And that makes me happy because at least with this one, like I ate so much crap. Don't show everybody so much
egg rolls.
I ate so much.
Here's my frushi. This is my thing.
Which coincidentally is right near the funnel cake, so you can just do a loop of. I
literally left Emily. I was like, "Bye, Emily. I'm gonna go get my frushi," and I got my.
And then you got it yesterday too.
Yeah, I got it. Yes, like I said on Twitter, I'm not happy to admit how much frushi I've ate the last week. I've been to EPCOT a lot.
Happy about it though. You gotta be happy if it gives you joy. If the food gives you joy, you gotta be happy about it.
And then this is the chicken yakitori, which is also from the Japan booth, which is really good. Anything chicken skewer.
I wish they gave you like 2 at least for the price of what you're paying for. I think that was like what, $10 for the chicken skewer.
I can't remember the price of. I don't think
I love Disney food. I'm the first person to admit that I love Disney food.
Yeah.
I do not love Disney price tags sometimes.
And then also while we were in Japan, we got to see the Matsuritsu taiko drummers again.
I wish that there was like a behind the scenes thing. Of our content because it's you standing there filming it and it's me carrying the cheesecake down to the Japan booth trying to find a fork and then turning around and going, where's the tall man I came with, and going back to find you.
And there's the cheesecake again. We saw all sorts of merchandise in the Encanto food booth,
which I'm happy it's obviously a different festival, but I'm happy that they changed this menu. And it's not that the other stuff was bad. It's just nice that they're actually, one, keeping a theme with Encanto, but also keeping it at least related to the content as well. Because, you could just throw up like an arepa truck or something like they do at Universal, which is fine. But at least now we have arepas. Before we were focusing more on the stews and the passion fruit that's really accessible with that type of cuisine. So I don't know. It's just it makes me happy that they're actually following some type.
Wasn't everybody complaining about, because this was sort of the Encanto food booth for the Festival of the Arts Festival. And there were people complaining, "Oh, you guys didn't do the one obvious food choice, the arepas." It looks like they
Oh, I thought you meant they were complaining about us, and I was like, maybe
no, not
arepas weren't
us.
available.
They were complaining about Disney not doing arepas, the one food item that is well known in Encanto. But anyways,
I think that's funny because I took my friend Raina to like the Festival of the Arts one, and the second she saw the booth, she literally bought everything they had available because it was Encanto themed.
yeah.
I'm like, y'all gotta realize you theme it to a movie or something. Not even like Food and Wine, do it to the countries, that's fine.
Yeah.
Other events, film it, like do it to a movie. People will buy it more once they realize it's associated with a property that they like.
Yeah, and then Emily fell in love with these. I couldn't believe you had never seen these before. These little teapot plant things.
I was about to say I was trying to distract myself.
Oh, from the drama that was unfolding while we were waiting for the media event.
Yeah, so they're like that little party thing they invited us to. It was like in that back section of the UK pavilion, yeah, like with the little gazebo and everything. But you have to wait for like the right time to be able to go in there.
Yeah,
and it's like one of those things where you're like, I swear this could only happen to me. We're like walking around and we're like, okay, well, I think we have to go through this gate, so let's just like chill out here until it like hit like 7 or whatever time it started. And I swore we were watching a divorce in progress. And like it wasn't one of those things where she was like, oh, hey, let's talk about this silently. Everybody in the area knew exactly what was going on. And I was just like, I would just want to go to my party. So that's why I was taking pictures of the teacup.
Yeah.
I was trying to distract myself from whatever was happening over there.
Needless to say, there was some drama while we were waiting to get into the media event. They had like
I just want to see Mickey with his blazer.
Reception. Here is Mickey and Minnie for the little private media banquet thing that they had for us. They had music and some food for us, as you saw.
I felt really bad for Mickey because he was trying to meet with guests, and I realized he was wearing a blazer, and I literally was like, Mickey's wearing a blazer! And he turned around and just waved at me, and I'm like, yes, I'm that adult. Thank you. Goodbye.
Oh, Emily, here's the Xandarian starship.
You hurt me.
When you replied to my tweet, I was like, isn't that what people are calling it?
I see so many people. Well, you know what they're doing? They're calling it the Xandarian starship.
Yeah.
Because the only piece of Guardians merchandise they've been able to consume in the park is the Xandarian Chamber Orchestra from Awesome 6 Live. So everyone's like, that's the Xandarian ship. Technically, not wrong. However, that is a Novacorp Star Blaster, and I will die on this hill.
Like I said, tomato, starship, Star Blaster.
Emmy sent it to me, and she was like, I'm proud of you. Thank you for correcting him. And I was like, you're welcome.
Wow. Just being called out here. But anyways, we were leaving EPCOT that night, and we noticed the very tippy top of the ship was lit up. So that's pretty cool to see. Looks like they're beginning to test some exterior lighting and that sort of thing.
I can't wait for it to launch itself into space with the beam attached.
Yeah. And then of course I'm done editing the vlog. Emily and I shot a vlog. So that will be live on the YouTube channel tomorrow morning, I believe. And it'll have all sorts of goodies in it, merch, flower and garden food, merchandise. And I posted the entire Pocahontas show that takes place on Spaceship Earth. And then there's Barry. That is Aquatica. Barry. Barry was out at Aquatica and got to do the new reef plunge slide. So if he comes back next week for the stream, he had to work
tonight. Look at him being a little shill wearing his Aquatica t-shirt.
I know. Making Shill Geek proud.
Hey, we copyrighted that. We spent money on it. We got to do something with it.
And then I went to EPCOT again yesterday with the family and had a blast. I've kind of come to the conclusion that EPCOT is, especially when there's a festival going on, it's an easy park to get to. It's and I think the weather and the cold rain made the wait times because
that's why I'm like so sad I've been blocked out for the last 2 days. Like I wanted nothing more than just to walk around a theme park with like a sweater and jeans.
Yeah, it was kind of miserable when we got there, but then the sun came out, but it was still getting cold.
Yeah.
And then there's our Soren Q. There's Pooh.
The sweetest boy. You got the corn on the cob again.
I did. Well, you'll see in the vlog tomorrow. If you watch the vlog, I forgot. I have a thing with food, and if I get food in front of me, I'll eat it. And being a theme park vlogger,
we were live streaming using your phone, so that's why we didn't.
Well, yeah, you were live streaming on TikTok, and I was so distracted by that, showing TikTok my street corn, and I ate it, and we were leaving, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot to get pictures and video of it. So I said, you know what? Yesterday when I was there, I went back and I got some pictures of the street corn, which, you know, it was good, and Cheryl tried it too. So, you know, and there's Minnie hanging out, waving to everybody. Sadie says, I love food. Yeah, we do too. It's
time.
Yeah. Food is.
So we were in a restaurant and I saw this video and I just moved my phone and I said, James, look what happened at EPCOT. And he just goes, oh. Like, I don't know what he was expecting me to show him, but it 100% wasn't this bird trying to deep throat a fish.
There was this huge crowd over by, it was right before you came up on the theater, the American Gardens Theater or whatever it is, where they have the concerts, over by the water. And I was like, what is going on? So I walk over there and there's this bird just trying to tackle this fish, and the fish is still alive. It's kicking, and
it's
people
almost like this is how nature works.
People were rooting for the fish. He was trying to survive. It was battle of the fittest. It was too funny for me not to get
nothing better to do at EPCOT, so you just watched this bird trying to eat a fish.
You just watch this bird trying to eat a fish.
This is what we paid thousands of dollars for.
Yeah. By the way, did you see that video I posted of the playground on my personal Twitter? Like, everybody's
kids love playgrounds.
You post, or I'm just saying, kind of like in general, there's no rhyme or reason to Twitter. You can post something on Twitter and you don't think it's going to do well, and that video's got like 30,000 views, and it's literally like me filming the playground. And I was like, listen, people pay thousands of dollars for a Disney World vacation, and the kids have the most fun on the playground, which is kind of true.
Kids always want to go back to the resort and go swimming. They don't want anything to do with the actual park.
Exactly. So, and then there was this big, I guess some of the other theme park blogs picked up, you know, with the whole Russia-Ukraine thing going on, that Disney had removed the Russian cucumber Sprite from Club Cool. And I went there yesterday to make sure that it was all there. Apparently one was out.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, that's probably the best soda that they have there. So
yeah, it is a good drink, and the watermelon one is the other good one.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, that's it. Me kind of mindlessly scrolling through Twitter there. Like I said, we will have a flower and garden video up tomorrow on the YouTube channel. So be sure. Yeah, John, I need to take Mr. Derek Bergen's word. The camera always eats first. Because excuse me, sometimes I don't do that. I'll get food in front of me and I'll just start tearing into it. So, all right, what else are we going to talk about? What else is going on? As far as news goes, it was an okay week. I kind of scrolled through our website. Super Nintendo World we got an opening year for Hollywood's version of Super Nintendo World 2023, which I think everybody was kind of expecting.
It still looks pretty rough over there though, so I'm thinking that's later in the year.
Yeah. And it's really interesting how small their Super Nintendo World is. Like, I don't think they've
tucked in the back corner, like next to Transformers.
It's literally shoved in the back corner of the park, and it looks like it's going to be, I'm guessing, probably the Mario Kart ride, a restaurant, and maybe a gift shop.
Yeah, I was to say they don't have any room to do like the little Yoshi ride or like a little baby coaster or anything like that.
Yeah, because Japan is right now currently in the midst of building the Donkey Kong coaster.
Yep.
So 2023 for Universal Studios Hollywood Super Nintendo World, and then it looks like 2025 for ours over here, which is reportedly rumored to be the biggest out of all the Super Nintendo Worlds. It's going to have everything. It's going to have Donkey Kong. It's going to have the Mario Kart ride. It's going to have everything. So I'll be very interested to see. Speaking of Epic Universe, they're starting to really. I don't know if you've seen some of the pictures from famous BioReconstruct on Twitter. Universal's really,
man.
Yeah, he's always up in the helicopter getting the pictures, and Universal's really starting to rock and roll on Epic Universe. There's foundation going up, and they're really starting to kick that park into high gear. So that's
good. They need
fantastic.
to.
Yeah. And then they also the big announcement really wasn't a theme park. It was that Area 15 announcement, which
I had to watch a 10-minute video on YouTube to understand what it was.
Yeah. For those of you watching the video, has anybody been out for watching the stream? Anybody had been out to Vegas and seen the Area 15 experience? I guess you could call it that. Entertainment, art.
I mean, at least like when I
thing?
watched the video, it looked like it's a culmination of things that like have already come to the Orlando area. So I'm not sure if we're gonna get like everything that's actually in the Vegas one.
Well, yeah, there's
Like the
there's
Van
one
Gogh exhibit.
there's I think he's a DJ that has an exhibit in the Vegas one. Maybe you saw it during the video.
I'd have to go look at the video again because it was different stuff like the Van Gogh exhibit, the Omega Mart, which is like the Meow Wolf thing.
Meow Wolf. That's what I'm thinking of. Who is Meow Wolf? Is he like a artist or
make me Google things?
Yeah.
Well, I got you. I got you. Hold on.
I don't even think it's a person.
No, it's
Meow Wolf is an entertainment company. Okay, so it's like an entertainment company within an entertainment company.
What exactly is Meow Wolf? Meow Wolf is an arts and entertainment company based in Santa Fe, New Mexico. We create immersive and interactive experiences that transport audience of all ages into fantastic realms and story exploration. That's just Meow Wolf with like the Area 15 thing. They only have the section which they call like Omega Mart in the Vegas one, which is like where you can just buy like weird little products and stuff like that.
And that Omega Mart thing looks really cool. Like there's a lot of like, Instagrammable moments inside of it, like picture opportunities.
That's really what this is. It's like, yeah, you go and you have fun, but this is like, I feel like this is kind of going to turn more into like a selfie situation where not like a selfie world, like in a mall, but it's going to definitely be a really big picture spot, at least for a lot of younger people, I think, coming to the Orlando area.
Yeah. It says, the award-winning immersive and experiential. Is that a word? Experiential? Or is that experimental?
I think somebody did a typo and didn't ask me to.
I was like, experiential, a word? Used to me. Experimental art, entertainment, dining, and retail district announces its second location in Orlando, opening in 2024, located off I-4. It's right there, like off of I-4. Like it's kind of right there where, for those of you that are familiar with the White Castle that recently reopened, the Portillo's, it looks like it's going to be kind of right in that area.
Ooh, that means I get to go to Portillo's every time.
Right? Get a hot dog. It says...
Like, I'm looking right now, like, the one in Vegas, it looks like they have, like, a zombie VR experience, so a lot of different, like, virtual reality stuff, like the axe-wielding thing, an arcade and bar, a golf simulator. Like it almost looks like Pterodon Flyers in Jurassic. It looks like they have one of those. Spirits Distillery, the Omega Mart, and it looks like just different like almost like lighting shows.
Yeah, it's like an art exhibit, entertainment complex. It looks really cool. I'm excited to check it out once it opens.
Yeah.
Because it says unique retail, groundbreaking technology.
Your kids are gonna love it.
I saw a lot of VR. The one in Vegas has a lot of VR, virtual reality stuff. So I'm guessing that'll be a big part of it. And it says Orlando will offer a robust, ever-changing roster of concert events, art exhibits, out of this world nightlife, and boundary-pushing production shows. So it sounds really cool. John says Meow Wolf has not confirmed being part of the Orlando operation yet. Yeah, that was I forgot who was talking about that, but I'm sure maybe they're saving it for later. Maybe they don't have all the details yet.
Well, they probably just announced it. They probably haven't booked anything that's actually going to be.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Meow Wolf they'll do something with it. It'll just the announcement will come at a later date. Daniel's in here. What's up, Daniel? He says, "So ready for Meow Wolf." Yeah, like I was saying, they didn't mention anything about him being or them being part of the Orlando one. So we'll have to wait and see if we get any more details.
At least with like the Vegas one, it does look to like the exhibits come in and out, which I think is cool because that will definitely give it like a revisit factor.
Yeah,
because a lot of things, I love a lot of stuff in Orlando, like at least the tourist attractions outside the theme parks, but it really does limit itself to like going once. And God, I really hope they add at least 5 things before I decide to go back. So
yeah, that's the thing too with like a lot of these like entertainment complexes in Orlando, like Andretti's and I can't think of some of the other ones.
Ripley's, Wonderworks, all those things.
They're all kind of copy and paste. They got the laser tag, they got the arcade games, they got the climbing course thing. This sounds like something a little different, a little more. Like you said, they're able to change it out and they're able to do some more things with it. So I'm excited to check it out once it opens. As far as that goes, I think that was it. Emily, you said you haven't seen Turning Red yet, right?
No, I have no life and my YouTube watch later is too long, so I've been trying to get through that.
I watched it. Really good. I like I said on Twitter, there were a lot of people comparing it to Encanto. I don't think you can really compare the two.
But you also had the middle-aged men being like, hey, this doesn't relate to me. And it's like,
yeah, it's a very female.
It's not supposed to.
Yeah. Well, I watched, Cheryl and I watched the behind the scenes, like making of thing of Turning Red, and like the entire production crew is female, which is fantastic. Which I loved, I'm all for it, and you can tell in this movie, because it has a very female driven, kind of not only character, but there's the story too. But I really liked it. It was really good. Definitely a different, and again, I think this kind of falls on the female production team. Definitely a change in their animation style too. It's got a very anime manga moment to it, and there's some Asian women in there that are on the production team. I can't remember their names. But you could tell that there was a very heavy Asian influence. I mean, the characters, she lives in Canada, but she's Chinese.
Yeah.
So you could tell there's Sadie says she loved it. Yeah, it was really good. I liked it. I've only seen it once. I'm definitely going to go back and see it again. But maybe one thing that we can quick talk about here is this.
My dad.
The Obi-Wan trailer finally dropped. I don't think I have the sound on.
Oh, I was about to say, I got to watch it again.
There's no sound, right?
I don't hear anything, and that makes me sad.
Yeah.
Because the best part of this whole trailer is the music.
Well, when I do the share the screen thing, I don't want a copyright hit, so I turn off the audio. But
I'm just singing Duel of Fates in my head.
Yeah, right. Just I can bring up Duel of Fates on my iPad here that I hooked into the picture.
Luke.
Yep.
I try to be like so nice too when it comes to like either Star Wars or Marvel trailers. Like I'll try to wait like as much as I can to like watch them with James. And then I just watched this in my car and I literally screamed bloody murder.
There were a lot of people.
The second I heard Duel of Fates and then I saw the Inquisitors, I literally lost it.
I have something that I'm not quite proud to admit.
Oh, am I gonna have to school you?
Well, I'm in the middle of doing it, so I shouldn't be scolded too much. But I've never watched Rebels, and I'm at the end of season 2 right now. Like I literally at work at my 9 to 5, I turn on an episode, which are only like 20 minutes, so I'm able. There we go. There were a lot of people complaining about the Inquisitor that they didn't like him.
That's not how they're supposed to look, but it's fine. I'll take what I can get.
Yeah,
what I'm at this point is just thank you for including it, I guess.
Yeah, there were a lot of people upset about his look. The Star Wars
though too, because James and I at least are a really big fan of the Jedi Fallen Order game.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's tying into this as well, and I will, like, lose my mind if the main character from that game makes an appearance in this, because it would actually fit perfectly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I hope so. I hope all my hopes and dreams happen. I just love Star Wars.
Yeah, I do too. I love that Disney Plus lightsaber little thing at the end. That was fantastic. But yeah, we finally got the teaser trailer. I'm guessing there's going to be an actual
that's
trailer.
just the teaser trailer. And I'm like, okay, thanks.
Yeah. So we got a teaser trailer for Obi-Wan Kenobi, which looks absolutely amazing.
Even if it isn't good, I'm just going to tell everybody that it's fantastic because I've hyped it up so much.
Well, going back to kind of what you said, you know, you just love Star Wars. You know, there's so many people that are so critical about it, and you know, you just have to. It's just
like
fun.
I am the first person to sit here and admit that I do not like the new movies. Did I cry though?
Yeah.
At the end of pretty much every single one? Yeah, I did, because I love Star Wars and I love anything that Star Wars represents. But I will also sit here and say that, hey, it wasn't the best piece of TV or film, but I think that once they kind of realized what they were doing with Mandalorian and kind of the streak that they hit with that, I think it can really only get better from here.
Yeah.
And I think they are, at least from now, from production standpoints and stuff like that, it looks like they're only focusing on the TV shows at the moment. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I really hope, Star Wars in the future, they get off, with a lot of these big IPs, Star Wars, Marvel. I hope they start to come off this nostalgia bandwagon, and they start relying more. The Star Wars universe is so big and so massive to explore. We're getting there. We're slowly moving away from the Skywalker saga, and moving on, because there's so many storylines and so many awesome characters in the Star Wars universe, that I hope we eventually get to the point, like I would love to see a what's the Kylo Ren's group of characters? Knights of Ren.
Knights of Ren, yeah.
I would love to see a Knights of Ren. I don't know if a movie or TV show. That would be something really cool to explore.
Well, even just like going off of like the content of some of the Legends books and everything like that, like I would just love, like, just take straight word for word, scene from some of the Legends books, because they're, who knows where Barry is?
I don't know where Barry is.
Who's Barry?
Who's Barry?
But yeah, if they like actually like word for word like actually made some of the Legend stories, I think people would really respond to them, because that's a lot of the lore that we had before these 3 recent movies, and it was technically canon. Now these movies retconned it, so whatever, I'll live. But there were really good stories, especially, I would love to see like Darth Plagueis and everything like that, and just trying to get a little more into that Star Wars universe would be fun for me. I know it's not going to happen, but I'm grateful that we might see at least like a few snippets of things in, upcoming projects like Obi-Wan and Ahsoka, and go from there.
I enjoyed the book of Boba Fett. We really didn't talk about it on, we've only been doing this stream. This is only the second one.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the book of Boba Fett, aka the Mandalorian season.
I will stick to my guns, and I will say the book of Boba Fett was like that really hot kid that you wanted to date in high school, and then you actually went on a date with them and you realize that their only redeeming quality was that they're hot.
Yeah.
So
that's a good analogy.
But then their best friend comes in, and their best friend is cool as shit.
Yeah. The best friend
has
comes
a little
in
baby
with his little baby and absolutely rules. Anyways, I can't think of anything else that we really were going to talk about. You went to breakfast this morning. How was breakfast went to Boardwalk?
Yeah, I did my tweet that it was really, really good, and then I actually had a bite of my pancakes, and they weren't.
What happened there?
Well, so this is the fun thing about living with a chef. He gets to diagnose when my meal isn't right. So I think they always say, like, on Disney menus, they're always like buttermilk pancakes, and I'm like, go on, because I'm not a skinny girl. I'm like, tell me more about your buttermilk pancakes. Buttermilk pancakes aren't made with wheat flour. And they were like, I think they were trying to, I don't know what they call them in like Japanese or Chinese culture. I forget which one it is. But they're like those super like thick, fluffy pancakes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they tried to like replicate those and it just didn't work. It was the Trattoria al Forno. It's really the only restaurant that's operating besides Big River Grill at the moment on Boardwalk.
I never got we were at the Flower and Garden media event and they announced changes to Boardwalk. What's going on there? ESPN Club?
They what?
Yeah, there were some changes.
Where was I?
Well, Barry sent in our Slack.
I thought you meant like they said that while we were at the reception.
No. They posted it on the Disney Parks
even
blog.
Just walking around today, like Flying Fish isn't operating. Trattoria and Abracadabra are. The ice cream place shut down. The Boardwalk Bakery is still open. The Big River Grill is still open, and then the ESPN is closed. The dance hall is closed. Jelly Rolls is closed. I was even saying to James, I'm like, I love this place because I love walking around here. I really wish they'd overhaul a few things.
Yeah.
Apparently they are. Here.
Let's take a look.
Ooh, I love reading.
We're professional bloggers here. People.
Listen, I was on the field. I was a field reporter that day, so I didn't see it.
Yeah, like I said, we were at Flower and Garden. Waterside Strolls will be extra special with Storybook Sweets. The Cake Shop by
I like cake.
Gwendolyn Rogers, a new table service restaurant and bakery that's sure to delight. Expected to open
that's going where ESPN is.
Next year, this restaurant will offer both savory and dessert menus, along with afternoon tea service and a whimsical atmosphere that complements the idyllic charm of Disney's Boardwalk that guests. So is this ESPN Club?
I feel like that. Well, that's either that or Flying Fish. Those are the only two.
Yeah. And with this new sweet spot on the horizon, the Boardwalk Bakery will become a new sandwich shop for guests to enjoy a bite along the waters. Yeah. So.
Oh, I got a cupcake today. Just didn't show the internet.
What?
We went in the Boardwalk Bakery because James wanted an iced coffee, and they had. I don't feel like going to get it, so I'm sorry. But they have like their whole like St. Patty's thing out. So it's really cute. It's like a green cake with like white frosting and a big like shamrock on it, and it's apparently mint.
Yeah.
So I am excited to try it, and I will post it on the internet if it's not all squished in the little box I have it in. Can't make any promises
on the interwebs.
I hope it's actually like split in half for comedic effect. But yeah, so that's the only, like, besides that, I mean, they have like cute little muffins and stuff in there, but the only other thing I noticed that they had was like the 50th cupcake. But I'm like, hey, that's an 18-month celebration. Apparently can get that at any time. Still have.
And then this was the other big news. We're having progress on Tron, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting there. We're getting so close yet so far with Tron.
I just want the train to come back.
Yeah, it seems like they're working to get the train going. But Disney announced there's a look at the Tron trains. Really cool. Barry and I got to sit on them. Well, they had them out for the photo op too, so Barry and I aren't that special. Anyways,
so when did this happen?
It was at the. It was it wasn't the last media event we went to because that was Runaway Railway. I think it was the one before.
Oh, you mean in a pre-COVID world where there were no rules and the points don't matter.
Yeah. But anyways, Disney announced that Tron Light Cycle Run is getting closer to full-fledged testing. They got to do kind of what us coaster nerds call a pull-through first, and basically what they do is they usually take the first couple rows of cars, or usually just the front car, and they slowly pull the train through the entire layout of the coaster to make sure that, people's hands can't touch anything on the ride or anything like that. And then they said after that, they'll go into, there's a look at the trains. They look so cool.
These things.
Everybody knows
there are
on
two
Twitter,
different people on this podcast.
everybody knows on Twitter that I am super excited about Tron. I know people have been giving Disney a hard time about it taking a while, but I'm still super excited to ride. I thought I was never going to be able to ride the one out in Shanghai, and the fact that we're getting here is really cool. So
I guess the thing that scared me was like the whole bike leaning over thing, but I've been on Hagrid, so
there
I
it
guess
is
I
right
won't
there. The
die.
train's opening up. Yeah.
It's like Flight of Passage, and Hagrid's had a beautiful little baby.
Yeah. Yep. And I've heard that thing doesn't really push on your back. It just kind of comes up and it
just
kind of
protects you. Yeah.
rests there. Yeah. So, and they're still working on getting the canopy all set up and all that jazz. So yeah, we're getting there, ladies and gentlemen, with Tron. Baby steps, baby steps.
But like, give me my railroad train back.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that want the Walt Disney World Railroad back too. So hopefully
I just like sitting there. I like looking at dioramas. It's great.
Well, that and it adds a very atmospheric effect to the park too. You know, the train horn going off. That's classic Disney Magic Kingdom. You know, you did that train horn going off throughout the park is just classic. You know, background noise. You know that has been missing from the park for far too long. So I'll be excited too when it comes back. So anyways, I think that's everything that we're going to chit chat about this week during the live stream. I don't think I have anything else. Emily, you have anything else? Nope. Running on E. This time change has got me all screwed up.
When am I not?
Right. We all are. Yeah, I had to work today, so this time change kind of threw me for a loop. Daylight savings time. This is like we had a cold front come through, and I'm soaking up these next couple of days with this cold weather because this could be one of the very last cold fronts.
It is 100% the last cold front.
I think this is our last cold burst of air before we start heading into.
But I'd rather have it end now because, like, I think it ended like around this time last year, and then we got like those really nice nights at Horror Nights. So
yeah,
you know, I'm willing to make sacrifices. It's okay.
And I'm using my finger quotation marks. This winter we had in Florida was actually we actually had some pretty cold nights this winter compared to because like I've talked with Barry before. There's the last couple of years at Halloween Horror Nights. There's been like no, you know, we all love our hoodie nights where we can bundle up and go to Halloween Horror Nights.
Well, no, because remember 2019, the only night that we ever got anything cold was the last night, and all the hoodies sold out.
Yeah.
Nobody bought them the entire event, and then the last night they were gone.
So, and speaking of Halloween Horror Nights, hopefully we get some sort of announcement here soon, dates or something like that. And obviously when that happens, we'll be talking about that. And I did announce on the ThrillGeek Twitter that our HHN Ultimate Thrill Guide will be coming back this year. So we will once again be hard at work updating that with all new information, dates, information on Express, the houses, the scare zones, the shows. Whatever happens this year, you can find it. You'll be able to find it. Not right now, because everything on there right now is from last year. So
it's really cool if we could like tell the future though, and then we could be ahead of the game.
Predict the future. But yeah, be sure to check that out when things start being announced here for Halloween Horror Nights. Easy thrillgeek.com/HHN. And you know, because HHN is our cup of tea. We cover it from head to toe. It is. It's all of our babies, and you know we cover it from head to toe here at ThrillGeek. So, anyways, like I said, we will have a Flower and Garden vlog up tomorrow on the YouTube channel. So look for that tomorrow morning. Other than that, follow us everywhere on social media: ThrillGeek, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, which Emily's been killing it on lately with some pretty awesome TikToks. And
I still need to edit the other ones that we did the other day. I just haven't.
That's okay. I'm not really big on posting social stuff over the weekends. Monday through Friday is, you know, the time frame to do it. So look for a few more probably Flower and Garden TikToks over there on our TikTok.
I got something Encanto coming.
Ooh, Encanto. Oh gosh. Emily, where can everybody find you online?
For, you know, the varying degrees of really bad jokes that I have, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Geek Notice.
All righty. Hey, thanks everybody once again for tuning in to our live stream this week. We're having a good time doing this, and we will be coming back next week. I don't know who will be here. It'll be kind of a surprise.
Fight to the death. It's like a roulette wheel we have in the office, and we go, hey, we're going to spin it once, and then we're going to spin it twice. And then these two people, they go fight to the death.
We'll have to kill. Maybe we'll have to kill Barry again. We'll see.
It just keeps landing on Barry, and Barry's not good in a fight, and I can't make excuses for him anymore.
Oh gosh! But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like the video, all that jazz, all that YouTube stuff. Comment what you guys have been. So I appreciate everybody tuning into the chat. Like the video. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. You have notifications turned on, so you get notified when we go live for things like this, and our in-park live streams on YouTube as well. And yeah, I think that's it. So we'll see you guys next week. Take care. Be safe. All right.
Bye.